right, I couldn't be more happier to have Michaela Vu and her father, probably an internet great sensation, OG Tommy Vu. Last time I saw you, you were at the World Series of Poker. They sat you down at my table, and we literally talked for hours. Guys,
I still remember that, yes.
Couldn't be happier to have you.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be on the Crypto Dinner Club.
Buddy,
it's the greatest show on earth that you have right now.
Let me tell you something. This is literally going to be my funnest talk ever. All right, so Michaela, what the hell are you guys doing?
So, it's interesting throughout my life. I actually have a background in making a bunch of virtual reality, projects. So I've made all these VR projects. I've spoken at all these conferences all throughout the U.S. and in Canada. And sometimes, in conversations, sometimes, just, I don't know, somehow there's a good way to interject. Oh yeah, and my dad, he used to do these things, Tom Vu, whatever. And sometimes people wouldn't believe me. They're like, you're lying to me. You're lying to me. That's not your dad. And then I've had people come up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I made a parody. And then so many people throughout my life are like, you really need to do something with it, make a movie, a show, right? But there's this whole new technology with NFTs, right? And my dad has kept a low profile. He had over 1 billion television views, and back in the day before the internet, right?
Before YouTube was anything.
Before YouTube, before any of that. So this is like OG status viral right here, right?
Shout out to Tommy Vu on YouTube. You can still find his videos.
Yes, right. And so, it's just one of those things I had to resurge the brand somehow, right? And I gotta give a shout out to Snoop. When he started taking his brand on the Sandbox, I sort of go, okay, well, that's sort of an avenue that worked. So I'm just, out of respect, trying to model that and trying to take my dad's brand and sort of essentially Gen Zero is going to be the golden age of infomercials. So we've sort of right now, we've decided to make a series of just with him, right? But instead of just him, we're going to have all the figures that come from the infomercial era too, and all the kind of toys that come with it, the cars.
Shout out to Ron Popeil.
and all that stuff, the boats, right? We're going to even have the beautiful women in bikini clad, but the 90s style, right? We're going to have it's just the era. We're going to even have the students as part of the collection as well. So it's sort of it brings nostalgia, but it kind of brings it to the modern age, right? And so
you're launching this as an NFT, right?
So all of these characters are voxelized characters. So now
that's cool.
Right. So
that's very cool. Talk a little bit about voxelized.
So voxel is, I want it to be built with utility, right? And a lot of projects, they want to build a metaverse from scratch, and that already takes millions of dollars. And I figured, hey man, we got Decentraland, we got Sandbox. I've been looking at those platforms for years. Why not just piggyback off of and people are already creating beautiful projects, just piggybacking and collaborating essentially with that platform. So Voxel is basically what they have on the back end to sort of build whatever you want with. So you can kind of see here, there's these little characters. They're not they have all these little squares, and so you take all these squares to just make whatever your imagination can make, right? So you can make avatars that move and are playable in this Sandbox metaverse. So I figure, hey, let's have our foothold there, and it's sort of it's a way to sort of especially with it being voxelized. You don't have to get away with it being exact features. So it's nice, you were going back to 8-bit. It's early technology, so let's start, at the roots,
wow,
basically.
8-bit,
right?
Crazy. So crazy. When you talk about 4,000K, which is, video quality today.
I know, I've seen 8K, I've seen 16K at some conferences, right?
Yeah.
So you think about where the resolution is, even though it's not.
You're talking 8-bit.
Right.
That's
so
crazy.
But you think about CryptoPunks, look, that's 8-bit for what?
Yeah.
$25 million for some of those things, right?
Damn, shout out to CryptoPunks.
Right.
And I knew I should have bought some.
So no shame in the voxelization or 8-bit or whatever you want to kind of define it as. So I think that it's a great platform. Sandbox is great in terms of opening a way for people to build their businesses on there and make money, actually.
She's Michaela Vu. He's Tommy Vu. Where can they find out about this project?
The Tom Vu avatars on Twitter.
Find them on Twitter. Thanks a ton, guys.
Thank you.